The question is expand and simplify each of the following expressions, and let
Yes,
A
miss.
is minus 2 bracket 3a minus 4 bracket a minus 2 plus a, and the smaller bracket, the middle bracket, and the largest bracket. Okay, here I'm going to explain
Yes.
to you that how you're going to solve it. Always remember, whenever you're having all three brackets, so first you have to solve the smallest bracket, then the middle one, and the largest one. So what I'm going to do is that first I'm solving letter
Yes.
A. Okay, first I'm going to open up this bracket. First I'm going to expand this. Always remember whenever you're having, you know, the bracket. So first you have to solve this bracket, and then you have to solve this bracket, and then the largest one. So first I'm going to solve this bracket, smallest one. So I have to expand it. As you can see that there is a negative sign outside the bracket. So always remember, whenever there is a negative sign outside the bracket, when you open up the bracket, you have to change the sign inside the bracket. So that is what I'm going to do. So a minus, I'm going to expand this. So there is a negative sign, so this sign will be changed, it will become negative 2. Now I have solved this bracket, now I'm not going to put this bracket, okay? Just these two brackets are left. Okay, as I have told you that we are done
Yes.
with this bracket, now we are going to solve this bracket. And in this bracket, we are having this, and outside we are having 4. So it means that there is no sign between 4 and this bracket. It means that 4 is multiplying with this bracket. But before that, we have to solve this. As you can see that this is positive a and this is negative a. So these will be cancelled out. Oh, we cannot do this because we
Okay,
have to
miss.
multiply 4. We have to expand that, and then we have to solve this. So that is what I'm going to do.
Yes.
A. Okay, I'm going to multiply
So
4
it's going to
with this
be
bracket.
4a.
So 3a minus, I'm going to multiply 4 with this bracket. So 4 times a is 4a. As you can see that this is a negative sign. So right, always remember, when outside the
Yes.
bracket there is a negative sign with a number. So when you open up the bracket or expand the bracket, the sign inside the bracket will be changed. This is positive a, so this will become negative. So negative 4a. This is negative sign, it will become positive. 2 times 4 is 8.
Negative
This is
4a
negative, it will become positive.
plus
Okay.
8
Okay, positive 4a and
plus
okay, now I'm going to solve
4a.
this bracket. We are done with this bracket. Now we are solving this bracket. So here inside the bracket you can see that there are three a's, and this is positive 4a and negative 4a. Whenever you're having the same terms with opposite signs, you can cancel them out, because you know that positive negative is negative, so 4 minus 4 is 0. So we are just left with 3a plus 8. Okay, now I'm going to multiply this negative 2 with this bracket. So what I will get, negative 2 threes. Okay, there's a negative side outside, there's a negative sign outside the bracket. So when I will solve it, sign inside the bracket will be changed. So a negative 2 3 is positive sign, it will also become negative. So negative 2 times 3 is 6a, and negative 2 times 8 is 16. Okay, here you can see that I can also take negative 2 common. Oh no,
Yes.
this is our answer. We have solved this expression. Okay, I hope that it's clear to you. With the same method, you
Oh,
have to
yeah.
solve the second
Um,
part. Okay, now I'm going to explain you that how to compare the decimal numbers. And for example, if the question is that you have to circle the greatest number, okay, the questions and the numbers are 2.73 and 2.9, and if you're having one more number, 2.09. Here you can see that you're having three numbers, 2.73, 2.9, and 2.09. You have to compare these decimal numbers. Okay, always remember, whenever you do the comparison, start comparing the numbers from the left side. Okay, so you can see that here this is 2, and this is also 2, and this is also 2. So if the numbers are same, jump to the next number. This is 7, This is 9.
73 is greater than 9 and 09.
Yes, and the next digit is 7, 9, and 0. See, now these are different. So when they are different, just compare them. 7 is from this is 7,
Smaller
this is
than
9,
9.
and this is 0. So among these three, the 9 is the largest one. So it means that 2.9 is the greatest decimal number, is the
Okay.
largest decimal
Miss,
number. Okay, I'm going to explain you the next sum where you're having the four numbers and you have to compare them and you have to find out the number which is, the greatest number. Okay, the next number is you're having, for example, you're having numbers 6.94, 6.8, 6.91,
6.91,
and 6.937.
6.937.
Acha, always remember whenever you compare the decimal numbers, please do not get upset when, for example, if it's having, the numbers are at the 10th place and the 100th place, and here the numbers are till the 1000th place. Forget about it. While comparison, you just start comparing the numbers from the left side. As you can see that this is 6, this is 6, this is 6, this is 6. Okay, now move forward to the next digit. It's 9, it's 8, it's 9, and it's again 9. Okay, my question is, among these four, 9, 8, 9, and 9. Okay, among these three, you can see that there are three nines and there is one 8. So definitely we are not going to consider this because we have to circle the largest number, and you're having 9, 9, and 9. Here you have to compare now these three numbers because 9 is greater than 8, so we are not considering this. Okay, now again we will apply the same rule. If you are having the same digits, move forward to the next digit. So here this is 4, here this is 1, and here this is 3. So among these three, that 4, okay, 4, 1, and 3, the 1 is the the 4 is the largest one, the 4 is the greatest one. So what you're going to do is that you will consider the number with 4. So here this is the number with 4, 6.94. So it means that this is your greatest number. Okay, always start comparing from the left side. Okay, so start comparing the digits. If they are same, move forward to the next digit. So this is how you compare the decimal numbers. Okay, so today I'm going to explain you that how can you make an equivalent fraction. So I'm explaining you the concept of making equivalent fractions. Remember that you can make equivalent fractions either by multiplying or dividing. Okay, but remember that sometimes we can reduce the fractions, but sometimes we cannot reduce the fraction. So first you have to see that, okay, here you can see that you cannot simplify 5 by 9. So it means that when you cannot simplify the fraction, so it means that you will multiply the numerator and denominator with some number to make it equivalent. Here you can see that you can make it equivalent by multiplying it with 2. Okay, so 2 times 5 is 10 and 2 times 9 is 18. So this is your equivalent fraction of 5 by 9. Now in the second case, you can see that 18 and 36 can be simplified. They can be reduced to the simple fraction. So 18 and 36, you have to check that in which table both numerator and denominator are coming. So they are coming in the table of 3, so you can reduce them with the table of 3.
Means also with the table of 2, miss.
Yes, with the table of 2 also, but you have to check now if, okay, it's better whenever you simplify the fraction, if you're making the equivalent fraction by dividing the numerator and denominator, so try to take the biggest number. Okay, so here I'm trying 3. Okay, 3 6 are 18, 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, and you have to check that if the answer is further can you further simplify the answer. Here you can see that you can further simplify the answer
And
by
6 1s are 6,
dividing
6
it with
2s are
6.
12.
So you will get 1 by 2. So here you can see that this is your equivalent
Miss, why did
fraction.
you divide? Why did you not multiply?
That is what I have told you at the start, that if the fraction can be simplified or reduced, so you have to divide it to make it the equivalent fraction. But you have to see if the fraction cannot be divided with some number, it cannot be simplified, so you will multiply it to make it an equivalent fraction. This is the difference between the fraction, that where you have to divide, okay, and where you have to multiply. Okay, now if you're making the three equivalent fractions, so you can see that here this is the first equivalent fraction 10 by 18, and if you're making the other equivalent fraction, so now you can multiply it with 3. So 5 times 3, so multiply it with 3. Okay, so 5 times 3 is 15 and 3 times 9 is 27, and you can you can make a one more equivalent fraction by multiplying it with 4. Okay, so 5 times 4 is 20, so 4 times 9 is 36. So this is the first equivalent fraction of 5 by 9, this is the second equivalent fraction of 5 by 9, this is the third equivalent fraction of 5 by 9. In this case I have just directly divided it with 3, but I can also make 3 equivalent fraction if I started with 2. Okay, see, if I have to make 3 equivalent fraction, if in the question I'm asked to make 3 equivalent fractions, so I will start dividing it with 2. Okay, I will start dividing it with the smaller number. As you can see that the last digit is even, so it means that both 18 and 36 are divisible by 2. So I'm going to divide the numerator and denominator with 2.
2
2
nines
nines
is
are 18, yes,
18
and 2
to
ones are 2, 2 eights are 16. Now you can further simplify it with the table of 3. So simplify it. 3 threes are 9 and 3 6 are
divided
18.
by
Now you
3.
can further simplify it with the table of 3. So you will get 1 by 2. So this is your first equivalent fraction 9 by 18. This is your second equivalent fraction 3 by 6, and this is your third equivalent fraction 1 by 2. So this is how you can also make more than one equivalent fraction. Okay, so I hope that it's clear to you. Okay, you can write down the equivalent fractions like this: 5 by 9 is equal to 10 by 18 is equal to 15 by 27 is equal to 20 by 36. So these are the three further equivalent fraction of this 5 by 9.